Hi guys, well, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shatoka, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. So I wanted to do this video to do a recap of the sorority retreat. I went on the retreat last weekend, and you guys, it was so nice. It far exceeded my expectations. So if you want to hear about the sorority retreat, go ahead and stick around. So I wanted to put on my pen. So this is my Sewror pen, and I put on a pink shirt because our colors are pink and purple, and I put on a purple earring. But yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys what went down this past weekend. Actually, today is Thursday, and they are having the second weekend of the retreat. But I wanted to do this video as a recap and just let you guys know what it's all about so that you can have your eyes peeled for when they do it again, because for me, it's definitely going to be an annual event. I had such a great time. Like I said in the intro, it far exceeded my expectations, so I'm definitely going back. So yeah, if you guys are not familiar with sorority, it started back in 2020 during the pandemic. Monica, Kiki, and Nikki, they actually gave us like the story of how it started, and they were just looking for community, just looking for sisterhood, people who would be sewing and sharing those things. And they were joking in the beginning, but they decided, you know what? No, let's make it a sorority, like sorority, Sewrors. So yeah, it is so cool. And I remember seeing it. I'm not sure if I was introduced during the pandemic, but I started seeing it maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2021 for me. And I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. I ended up buying like a t-shirt at the time. And it just was like so cool to see women who also had the same interest in me in sewing. So last year they had their first retreat. And I remember seeing Martika of Martika J Makes talk about how she had such a good time and it was so cool. And I was like, man, I wish I would have known. Like, I didn't know that they had the first one. So I made a mental note and was like, whenever they do it again, I'm definitely going. And that's what I intended on doing. So and I follow like That's So Monica on Instagram, and I started to see information coming soon for the retreat. So I started like stalking the page, the sorority page, Monica's page, just looking for it. So finally the dates dropped. The night before, I was like, okay, I'll get up and do it in the morning. You guys, I like overslept that morning. When I logged in to try to register, it was sold out already. So I was like, oh my gosh. I remember I ended up like messaging Monica on Instagram and was like, oh my gosh, like I'm so bummed that I missed it. It sold out so quickly. So she was like, stay tuned. Just stay tuned. So what ended up happening is that the weekend that they are on right now, which is Thursday, was the first initial retreat for the second annual. They ended up adding another date. So once that date, those dates dropped, I was on it. I got my spot. So I was so happy. So again, this was this past weekend. So it's a 4-day retreat. And you guys, they had it laid out for us. Like when we first came in, it was just so cool to see. So it is in Dallas. Well, I flew into Dallas, but it's in Aubrey, Texas, which is about an hour outside of Dallas. So I flew into Dallas airport, actually ended up linking up with one of my Sewrors, Valerie, and we took an Uber to the place, and so nice. We got in a little bit later. So when we got there, they were already like sewing on the sewing machine, had already set up. But when we got there, it was just so cool because as we walked up, and by the way, guys, I'm going to be inserting like video and pictures throughout this video. But when we first got there, you could see the big letters with SEW with sew right there. So was taking our pictures that came in. They had like a huge backdrop of the sorority, like the banner. It was so nice. So we immediately like went into where the sewing room was and was just like, oh my gosh, it's like already going and just like waving and, you know, talking, speaking to everyone. It was so cool, but they were already at work. So once we went in our rooms, you know, we all like 2 and 3 to a room, which was really nice. It was really comforting to see everybody just smiling. You go into the rooms, and on our beds, we had this sorority bag, and we also had this note on our bed, and it's like a personalized letter. And I'll read a little bit from it, but not all of it because yeah, but it says, Dear Soror Shatoka, welcome to the heartwarming embrace of the Sewrority Sewing Retreat. We absolutely are delighted to have you join with us in this extraordinary gathering. Our retreat is a collaboration of joy that sewing brings, the art of crafting beautiful creations, and the magic of sisterhood. So there's more, but that's all I'm going to read for you guys. But yeah, we had that. And also on our bed, we had a bag from Joann Fabrics. We had got gifted scissors, some thread, like a fat quarters that we actually ended up doing a challenge with later. And I'll share with you guys what I ended up making out of that. We also had like in our bag some swag. So if you guys can see, like here's my name on the bag. So in the bag, we had some socks. We had some a t-shirt that we ended up wearing the next day on our like field trip. It was just so nice the way they had everything laid out. I had met my roommate, Taquana. Kwana, she was so cool. Couldn't ask for a better roommate. It was just me and her in the room, but the rooms were 2 and 3 per room. But it was so nice, you guys. Just the way they had it laid out, I just felt like so welcome. I'm like, okay, these are my people, and it was so nice. So once I was in the room and I got through my like goodies, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go because we are already late, like to the party. Everybody's already got their machine set up. So I traveled with my machine. I ended up doing a carry-on. I ended up getting a case from Amazon, and I carried it onto the plane because I just didn't want to risk it. Like I love my quantum stylist. I was like, no, we're not gonna risk it being thrown around underneath the plane. So I carried it on. So I got my sewing machine set up and I went to work. So for me, at first, I initially was going to cut out things specifically to make there, but I kind of was rushing and I didn't want to like bring any like new things. So what I ended up doing like the night before, well, I decided a few nights before, but the night before is when I packed. That's usually how I pack. So I literally pulled down my unfinished projects and I brought all of those. So I was actually able to finish quite a few things. I think 8 or 9 things during the retreat, because the unfinished projects were things that like I just didn't do the hemming or the serging. So it was a really quick turnaround for me. And I primarily love to sew with knits. By the way, this is a knit top. I'll put the pattern number up so you guys can see it, but I did do a pattern review on this channel. But I love sewing up things like this because they're really quick and easy. I don't mind obviously challenging myself in makes, but I'm a knits girl and I love sewing knits. So I primarily brought like my little knit items that I was able to finish up really quickly. I did bring a couple other things that were not knit, but I finished a ton during the time. And then we also had challenges while we were there. So super cool. Like I said, I set up my sewing machine. It was super nice. I ended up sitting next to Valerie, whom I had shared the Uber with to get to the retreat. So it was just so cool. And just walking around the room, like I'm a fabric lover. So like every time I see like beautiful fabrics, I'm like, oh, let me go over here and see what they got. What's that? What you making? It was just so cool. Everybody was just so warm and welcoming. I had followed quite a few of the sewists online. So it was really cool to see them in person. And then everybody that I didn't follow, like we all got each other's like Instagram handles so that we can follow each other. But it was just so cool, you guys. So that first night we sewed up until about 6 p.m. and then we ended up having dinner. That night we also had a ditto demonstration from Monica. So if you guys aren't familiar with ditto, it's basically a sewing pattern projector. And so she got that presentation done for us, and it was really cool. It's something that I had been interested in even prior, and I was just like, That's a game changer. Like that would be really nice. So it was really cool. And she ended up taking our measurements the next day, and we actually had a ditto project that we ended up making. They told us ahead of time to bring 2 yards of fabric, either knit or woven. I ended up bringing a woven fabric that I made my ditto top with, and I finished my ditto top. It's so cute. And yeah, it was just really, really awesome. So the first night after the ditto demonstration, we did have just open sew and sorority after dark. But it was just so cool. Just we had the music going and we were just sewing and everybody was like super busy. It's funny because even after like on the last night, I ended up talking to my boyfriend and he was like, you sent me about 2 pictures in like 3 days, which is so rare because I'm typically like sending him memes or videos or just texting, period. I was busy. Your girl was busy. She was sewing. She was conversating. It was so cool. So I really loved it. So that first night, I think I ended up going to sleep at about like maybe 11 p.m., but there were still sewers in the sewing room going. But I had a really early day. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to turn it in and we still have a few more days. So the second day, we actually had breakfast in the morning, and then the bus to come and get us to take us fabric shopping was to arrive at 9, and we got on there. It is an hour drive to Dallas from Aubrey, and so it was really cool because they have like what's called a fabric row, where there were like 4 stores all together and we just hopped from store to store to store. So I remember like walking into the first store and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna need a different luggage, like an additional luggage. I'm about to break the bank. But surprisingly, the prices were really good. Like I did not go over budget. I had like a mental budget. However, I was still like, I mean, if I see something I really like, I'm just going to get it and I'll just think about it later. But I actually ended up coming in under the budget that I set for myself. So it was really nice. I ended up getting the most fabric from the first store. And then we went, like I said, it was 4 in a row that we ended up going to. And then we also ended up going to another place afterwards where Monica was like, you guys got 10 minutes to go in here, where they had like patches and like screen printing. I forget what they're called, but where you can do like on a heat press, like t-shirts or sweatshirts. We went there. So I actually ended up getting some from there. I'm going to show you guys at the end. I'm going to do a fabric haul and like the haul from that store. But she was like, you guys got 10 minutes. We were in there for like at least 20-25 minutes. But it was just so cool. It was just so much stuff. And after that, we ended up going to lunch. We had lunch at, I think it was called the Marina or Meridian, something like that. I'll put the name up, but it was so nice. A really nice lunch. It was Mexican. I loved my food. It was really, really good. That was really nice. And it was nice to see like Dallas, a little piece of Dallas. We were there for the Sewrority Retreat, but on that field trip to those stores, when we stopped and had the lunch, we were actually able to see like some of Dallas. And it was really nice. It was actually ended up being a really nice day. It was rainy, off and on during the weekend, but that day when we went out, it ended up being really nice. All we needed, I had like a blue jean jacket and I ended up having to take that off because the sun came out. It was really nice. We got some really cool pictures out in front of like this plaza area. Really nice. It was just so fun. Like I really enjoyed my time. So we headed back on the bus to head back to the retreat center, and we were sewing again. So this weekend, literally, like I said, it is a sewing retreat. We truly were sewing the whole weekend. And it was just really cool to see everybody just like in their element. There were a few sewers that were like kind of doing the same thing. Those Marcia's like cargo pants. So I was like loving to look at the different looks of those and just seeing how they're put together, because it's one of those patterns that I was like, I think I might want to do, but I'm not sure. Like it's so many pieces. And I was really glad that I was able to see some of the sewers make them up. Happy that I was able to see those pants in person just to see how they're put together. And it's not so intimidating to me now. So I may end up picking up that pattern. I'm still not sure. I'm on the fence, but they have a lot of pieces, but it overall doesn't look like it's too hard to come together. So after we got back, like I said, we were sewing. We did have that open sew again. And then we ended up having sorority game night. So we ended up doing like a bingo. I forgot. Sokino was called for us, but it was like a big sorority game board where we ended up playing that, and there were prizes. It was just so cool. Like, absolutely love it. Like, we had dinner, that was good. The food was really good over the weekend. It was included in the payment. So the payment for the retreat overall was $600, but it came with your food and your lodging. So it was really cool, and they had a payment plan, so it was really nice. So yeah, again, you guys got to keep your eyes peeled for when they have it next year, because it's going to be an annual event for me for sure. So I would love to meet you guys when they have their next one. But so after us game night, we actually ended up just sewing some more. That night I ended up staying up pretty late, to maybe 1, almost 2 a.m. sewing. We were, having wine while we were sewing. Like, not everyone, but I did, and which was a different type of experience, because typically when I'm sewing at home, like, I'll sew up until the evening, and then when I'm done, I'll like have a glass of wine after I'm done. But just like having a wine glass while sewing was a different experience, but I wasn't mad at it. So it was really cool. And then on day 3, pretty much day 3 was the most sewing for me, because we didn't have anywhere to go or be. They did tell us that we can go and visit, it's like a craft shop or quilt shop that's on like the compound where the Sewrority Retreat was, but I didn't go and visit it, because I was like, I don't think I want to buy any more fabric. I'm already trying to figure out how I'm going to get this fabric back home with me. So I didn't go. So I was sewing pretty much the whole day. So I'm going to show you guys my ditto top that I did on the machine. So she ended up taking all of our measurements, and we ended up doing the top. So here is my ditto top. I ended up doing it out of a woven fabric that I brought in Chicago, and it's so cute. It's basically like a peplum top, and so that's the front. I chose the boat neck. So with the ditto, you can customize some of the patterns, the ditto patterns, and change the neckline. Some did V, some did crew. I did the boat neck, so it's like a higher neck, but because there's no like closures and stuff, the back has like this square, so it dips in the back, and it's just so cute. I ended up picking the fit where the peplum is a little bit higher, because on the picture that they showed us for the shirt, it was more like a drop peplum. So I brought it up, and I'm so glad, because it fits so cute. Really like it. I ended up binding it with bias tape instead of like the facing that it called for, but that's what you can do when you're sewing. You could do it how you want, but it does have a facing. But I really love it. I'm definitely gonna wear this top. It's not something that I was like, oh, I'm just gonna do this as a project and then that'll be it. No, she's getting worn out. She's super cute. And so the other thing that I ended up making that I'm going to share with you guys was we had these Joann's fabric, like fat quarters, in our bag when we first got there, and the challenge was to make something out of that. So I didn't bring any sewing patterns because I brought my unfinished projects. So I ended up just drafting a mini skirt based off of my measurements. So I ended up patchworking the squares together, and this skirt is short. It's cute, but it's short. But I don't know, maybe I'll wear it, maybe with tights, but I made it pretty short, but it is so cute. So here it is. I ended up getting a zipper from someone that was there, but I ended up patching together this skirt. I ended up putting little darts in the back. Again, I just did it from my measurements, and they did a Joann's run, and I ended up getting bias tape, like purple bias tape, and I binded the top instead of doing like a waistband, because I was like, I'm ready to get this done. It was a quick sew, so super cute. Like I said, it's a mini. It's really a mini. So we had this, and we all like put up our makes on the wall, and we had a prize for that. So for that prize, Bird ended up winning, and you guys, she won a Pfaff overlock machine. I think that machine is valued at like $1,200. She ended up making this really cool like apron with these patch pockets. It was so cute. So she won that challenge. But guess what, you guys? Your girl ended up winning a ditto. They ended up giving out 2, and I was the second one, and I won a ditto projector. So I'm super excited because like, it's going to be a game changer for me. Like, I know that there are other sewers that already have like their DIY projectors, but for me, I'm a pattern sewer. Like, I've never done a PDF pattern. I have the patterns where I cut out the paper. To not have to do that, it's going to be a game changer for me. So I'm so excited. I'm just already like, well, where am I going to set it up? I do love that it is very much lightweight, so that you can put it up and take it down if you need. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll probably like just set up in a corner of my sewing room when I need to and cut things out, project my pieces, cut things out, and then break it back down and put it in the closet instead of just having it out all the time. But I'm so excited. Shelly ended up making like a ditto dress instead of like the ditto peplum top that we made, and that's the cool thing about it. Like, you can definitely like hack your different things and project different patterns and necklines and lengths of skirts and dresses onto your fabric and cut from there, because it comes with the mat, the rotary cutter, the weights. It's just, like I said, it's going to be a game changer for me. So you guys stay tuned for your content on the ditto, because I'm going to be sewing up a lot of things on it. I already know, I can tell already, because I love this cute little top. And for me, I love making dresses and simple things. So I feel like I'll be able to get a lot of it out of it just with the ditto patterns and hacking those. So I'm really excited about that. So then later on the third night, we actually all got dressed in all white. They let us know ahead of time that we will be doing white for our pinning ceremony, where we got our pins. And I ended up wearing a white dress that I made last year for one of my friends' like brunch birthday. And so glad that I ended up wearing that. I did start making a top just for it, but while I was making it, I decided against it because I wanted to be a dress instead, and I didn't have enough fabric, and I was like, you know what, we'll just continue that white outfit. There's so many like white events that you get invited to, so I was like, I'll get that one in, I'll wear this one. So I'm glad I wore that dress. It was so cute. I had only wore it the one time, so I was like, yeah, I'm definitely taking this to the retreat. We actually ended up doing like a runway show before Monica, Kiki, and Nikki came back, just in the dining area, and it was so fun. Like, shout out to Sherelle for getting that footage for me, because I just like walked down and I had my phone in my hand, so I was so glad that there were phones going, so I was able to get that footage. But it was just so cool. So at the pinning ceremony, they just told us like how much the sisterhood means and the meaning of it, and we got our Sewror pins, and it was just so nice. Like, I can't say enough about how everything was laid out for us. It was just beautiful, such a beautiful experience. So after the pinning, we all got our pictures and stuff. We changed into our pink and purple pajamas. We did have some Sewrors that made theirs, but a few of us were just like, we just brought pajamas from home. So they ended up doing like a last minute Walmart run. And so I had my roommate pick me up some pajamas. So me, her, and Joe ended up matching. And then two other sewers were matching on the end too. And we just all got together in a picture. They're like, well, we definitely need to get a picture. So I'll have that picture up for you guys to see. But it was just so fun. That night we ended up sewing up late into the night as well. So for me, I was not able to attend the farewell like lunch or the breakfast the next morning, because I had a really early flight, a 6:25 flight. And because we were an hour away, I had made sure to schedule my Uber the night before. So my Uber came at 4 a.m. and that night was daylight saving. So we ended up springing forward. So it went from 2 to 3, was it? Yeah, 1 to 3 actually. So I stayed up that night. I sewed up until the last minute pretty much. And which was really cool that we had a washer and dryer on site too. So I did laundry, put my clean laundry in my suitcase, packed, and I was ready to go. So I missed the farewell like breakfast, but overall it was such a great experience. I'll definitely go again. It's going to be an annual event for me. I told my boyfriend like, yeah, babe, like once a year, I'm going to be away on this sorority retreat because it was that fun. I really loved my experience. So let me go ahead and jump into the fabric that I got. Like I said, I didn't break the bank, but I did get some unique fabrics. At first, I was going to try to go outside my box, but I'm a prints girl. I ended up getting my prints. I ended up getting my knits, and I love everything that I have. And I was like, let me hurry up and do this video so I can cut into this fabric because I'm so ready to go. So the first fabric I'm going to show you guys. So I ended up getting 3 fabrics from one place, and then the other fabric from another store. So we visited 4 stores, and the first store I got this beautiful, I think it's like a crepe, but I love animal print and I could not pass this up. They actually did end up having this in a smaller scale as well, but I ended up getting the larger scale. I believe I got 3 yards because I'm going to make my favorite my favorite like slip skirt, and I just cannot wait to cut into it. I think this is going to be the first thing that I end up making, but I absolutely love it. So nice. A few other sewers ended up getting it too. They were like, yep, keep it up there, we're going to grab it. I think 3 or 4 of us ended up getting this. So nice. It's so flowy. It's going to have a really nice drape, and I just cannot wait to wear this as a beautiful slip skirt. The next is a knit, and I just thought this was like fire. Like, it's just a simple print, but the fabric color, like, I love this. This is just going to be a maxi dress, a simple, not spaghetti strap, but probably like crew with no sleeves. Absolutely love this. It's so nice. It's an ITY, really inexpensive. I ended up getting 2 yards because, again, it's just going to be a sleeveless fitted maxi dress for me. Can't wait to cut into this and wear this summer. And then the next one I got, I thought this fabric looked so mod to me. I want to make a wrap dress with this. Absolutely beautiful. This is also a ITY knit, really good stretch. I could not pass it up. Like I said, I'm a prints girl. I like this top. I really do love this pink top and this solid, but I love prints. I keep saying like, oh, I'm gonna start buying more solids, but prints grab me every time, and I absolutely love this. It's like on a tan background, but the maroon and black, and like, again, I said, it looks so like mod. So I feel like it'll be really nice in like that DVF style wrap dress. Can't wait to make it. And so the next fabric that I got, I actually ended up getting this at a different store, and this is it's like a woven, so it doesn't really have any stretch. I ended up getting 2 yards. It was really inexpensive, maybe like $2.99, but I envisioned like a little corset top, like a little bustier top out of this. I just thought it was cute with the little perfume bottles and just the pink on there. Pink's my favorite color. I think it's going to be so cute. So because I got 2 yards and it's actually pretty wide, I think I'll be able to get a corset top and maybe like a little mini skirt. So cute. So glad I got this. And then the last fabric I got, actually only ended up getting 1 yard of this, and I think I'll probably end up just making like a cami. I saw one of my Sewrors pick this up, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking your fabric, Carmen. So super nice. I don't even know what this is, but I couldn't pass it up. I think she got like several yards of it, but I just love this. It's like a floral, like a big scale floral print, but it's so nice. It's so soft to hand. And so, like I said, I envision it being just like a really cute cami. I could see it with some white skinny jeans in the summertime and some sandals, some flat sandals. Could not pass it up. So yeah, that's all the fabric that I got. Oh, I'll show you the transfer. So I ended up getting 3 and they're so nice. I think I'm going to take them to my best friend this weekend and have her print them for me. So the first one is this one. It says Sisters. I just thought it was so cute. I love the color, and I love this animal print dress she has on. So I'm thinking white tee for this one, because I feel like it will really stand out with those colors and with the black letters. The next one I got, this one has Unapologetically Dope, and I just love her afro and these glasses, and then of course the animal print. Could not pass this up, and these were like $4, you guys. So nice. I'll just get my t-shirts or like a hoodie. Like, I think I want her to be a hoodie. So this one is Unapologetically Dope as well. Like, look at her with that red lip and this afro. Like, this Yeah, I think I want this to be a hoodie. But yeah, I really love my experience overall at the Sewrority Retreat. Again, it will be an annual event for me, and I hope to meet you guys there. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions about the retreat, feel free to put them in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them for you. Also, follow the Sewrority page on Instagram. If you want to get some merch, some t-shirts, they have tumblers, they have sweatshirts, t-shirts, pins, the socks that they gave us. They have them there for sale. So yeah, go ahead and check out the page. So yeah, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Also, if you are not subscribed and you love sewing content, go ahead and subscribe. I would love it if you join me here, and click the notification bell so you'll be alerted when I upload a new video. So until next time, bye.